Hi, I'm Angel.
And I'm Billy. We have Baby.
And thanks for joining us today at the Natural Lifestyle Show. Today we're going to be talking about the modern day wheat and how it came to be and some issues that are associated with it.
Oh, I can't wait to learn this.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot about it lately, but I just recently did some really extensive research on it, so now I know exactly what everybody's been talking about.
Okay. So what'd you find out?
Okay, well, generally the wheat that people eat now that's in the breads, the cereals, and all the packaged goods is a newer kind of wheat. It's a hybridized wheat that was created in the last 50 years. And it's different than the wheats that were grown before and used before this. I mean, it's totally different.
Well, what's different about it?
Well, it has the structure and the type of the gluten protein is changed. It's what is called a super gluten, and a lot of people have a sensitivity to this.
Okay.
And it causes a lot of health issues for people, and also issues with the environment.
Well, just that alone, I wouldn't want to eat it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, unless you really look into this stuff, you just take for granted that this is, like, if you pick something up with wheat, I always thought this is just what wheat is. I never knew it was a hybridized thing until I looked into it. I mean, generally people just accept what's there until they find out otherwise.
Well, I'm glad you found out.
Yeah, there is an alternative to this new wheat, and it's the wheats that were grown before this one became popular. It's ancient grains. It's called ancient wheat, heirloom wheat, and we're fixing to do another video about that, so look for that one if you would like to know more about that. That's totally different than this wheat. But some of the health problems that people experience, it's like, I've got it down to like 3 categories, even though it's like a really big, broad thing.
Oh, so it's more than 3.
Well, I mean, there's categories within categories of reactions people could have, but these are just like basic.
That's like medication.
Yeah. The first one, everybody's heard of celiac disease, and you know, it's really rampant now, you know, and why all of a sudden did everybody just develop celiac disease? You know, you have to wonder about these things. And some people who have celiac disease can actually eat the ancient grains. So it's got to be the change in the structure of the gluten and the super gluten.
That would make sense.
That's causing this problem. And some of the, you cannot, according to the about.com celiac disease page, you can't really just say, well, you have this and this symptom, so you have celiac disease, because everybody reacts differently to it.
Okay.
And the tests don't always come back conclusive, so the best thing to do is to take it out of your diet and make a journal and see if any conditions improve. You know, maybe for like about 6 weeks or whatever, see if you feel better. And then, you know, if you want to reintroduce this type of wheat, then you can see if you develop anything. Personally, I would, if I ate wheat, I would go to the ancient or the heirloom grains after taking this out. But some symptoms of celiac disease are weight gain, weight loss, diarrhea, reflux. I have it written down here. It can lead to diabetes, autoimmune disease, irritable bowel, cancer, osteoporosis, pancreatitis, gallbladder disease. It can get pretty serious.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, if you don't deal with it and recognize what it is. A lot of times people suffer from diseases and they're just like, well, why did this happen? But you have to, I mean, sometimes things do happen for environmental toxins, genetics, or whatever, but it's always a good idea too to look at what you're eating and you know, see if you can change something there.
You are what you eat.
Yeah. The second thing that can happen is leaky gut. And a lot of things can cause leaky gut, but this wheat can as well.
What exactly is leaky gut?
Well, leaky gut is when the lining of your stomach gets so damaged that it allows things to pass through that shouldn't pass through. Like microbes, undigested food, toxins, just all kinds of things passing into the bloodstream. And you know, when something foreign gets in your bloodstream, your body's going to attack it. And it's, you know, it's going to be a big deal.
Because it thinks it's something like a disease or something.
Yeah, I mean, it attacks the foreign substances.
Okay.
And the third thing you wouldn't really think of at all, way that this wheat can affect you, is your brain, and it can cause addiction. The proteins are converted into something that's like an endorphin, which binds to the like the opioid receptors in your brain, and you get high and you get addicted. So if you get high off of eating like bread, and you're going to want it later because you're going to want to feel that high again. And so it's just that's some ways that it can affect you. And personally, I don't think that any food is worth all of that.
No,
I mean,
agree.
not to me. I can't tell other people how to live, but I have chosen for myself and our family, we have chosen that it's not worth that. That, either no wheat, no gluten, or heirloom would be the best way to go. The second thing that I wanted to discuss is how it's grown and the effect it has on the environment. It looks a lot different than the regular. These are shorter, the stalks are shorter and the roots are shorter, which makes it have like larger kernels, which is really good for the people who are growing it because they can get more of it in a shorter area. Okay. But that's about where the benefits end, right there. It makes them rich, basically.
Okay.
But it can make other people unhealthy, and as far as the environment, it takes like an enormous amount of water to grow this stuff, and I didn't know that. I mean, it can totally like just drain some places, just watering these wheat fields.
So all these people that's talking about conserving water and all of that, that right there has something to do with some of the water, shortages.
Well, there's a lot of industries that are not really that concerned about water, and they're usually big money industries. So there's a few I can think of, but I'm not going into all that right now.
That's maybe another video.
Yeah, it might be another video. It also uses a lot of like petrochemical fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, and then after all that, they have to fortify it with nutrients because it's not as nutritious as the heirloom. I mean, the heirlooms are very, very nutritious.
And you're still taking in this stuff, when you eat it?
Oh yeah, I mean, how did they ever get rid of all the pesticides and stuff? I mean, what do you think? Why do people have it in their bloodstreams and stuff like that if it's really totally being gotten rid of?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I just wanted to let you in on the things that we had found out about it, and so you can make a more informed decision about whether or not you want it to be a part of your diet.
Not me.
Because it's easy, like I was telling him earlier today, to act out of ignorance like I have a lot with it, and which I mean we generally don't eat it, but
No.
But if you don't know, then you can just not know. But once you know something, you have to make a decision about it. And what am I going to do with this information?
It's like coming to a crossroads. You're either going to go left or you're going to go right.
Yeah, so you're going to have to make a decision. At the very least, you be aware of these issues that are going on today. And so we always encourage you to, don't take our word as,
Do your research.
Yeah, do your research. You be wide open to discovering things, the truth of everything. That's the thing to do.
Yeah, I'm so glad you look into this stuff. I really am, because I know me, for one, I'm a whole lot healthier for it.
Yeah, we are a lot healthier. We really are. And thank God for that.
Amen.
And so we will see you soon. Please visit our website, sign up for our newsletter. We'd love you to do that. And like Billy just said, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our videos. Like us on Facebook and leave us a comment. Let's get some conversation going.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.